6 months since the outbreak. No one knows how it started. Thousands are dead. Birmingham, England. 3 men
How you doing?
Hello! What's up now?
trapped. Using a fortunately placed radio transmitter, they tried desperately to get a message to the outside world. This is their message.
On this week's show, Dean talks about radioactive animals.
Like the Hulk.
Get out your front door and I'll jump to work. Pete gives us a rundown of his top 3 scary movies.
Because we all know every leisure centre keeps sharks, just in case.
Just in case, yeah. And Al gives us all the essential news and sport from around the world.
Man gets shot by iguana, end.
Man gets shot by a
No!
iguana.
Hello and welcome to Don't Go Outside, the podcast.
Oh.
Hello, I'm Pete Marley and I'm joined as ever by Adam Fruth
Hi.
and Dean Barker.
Susanna Reid criticised for her handling of bacon.
Oh no!
Should we do that again?
No, it went really well.
No, I just laughed.
Oh no, because you knew what was happening.
I knew what I was going to say.
I know.
You guys didn't. And it was obviously much funnier to me.
You started laughing. As soon as
It's
Al
got
introduced
to
himself.
be the best. It's got to be the headline of the year.
Where's he from?
So, I'm not going to tell you what anything that it's about.
Oh, right.
Have you made it up? Is it a made up one or is it
It's
actually
a true headline. Susanna Reid criticised for her handling of bacon.
Oh, man.
What's she done, man?
Apparently,
She'd mishandled bacon.
Mindless.
what's his name?
Piers Morgan.
Fuckface Piers Morgan.
Morgan shithouse.
Piers Fuckface Morgan.
He's, I don't know, off the trampoline somewhere full of rat bags. Right.
He's on holiday in a 5-star hotel.
And covering for him this week has been Richard Bacon.
Oh, right.
And she's been horrible to him.
Is that?
Yeah, apparently.
We've got history.
Has she got a thing with Trump? With Piers?
Piers.
Piers.
Oh, Piers. No, but because he's famously always talking over her, you know. You know.
I don't like him.
So I feel
Is Richard Bacon not man enough to handle?
No, he just sits there with
Susanna
tears
Reid.
in his eyes, bitch slapped.
Oh, mate. So you need to hold your own, don't you? You read. You need
You
to
need
be.
to put him in their place, don't you, Pete?
No, I ain't saying that. But you need to be
Dude.
as equally as strong. Otherwise, you will.
Well, she spends all the time with Piers Morgan,
Yeah.
so has to fight her way into every conversation. Don't know. So I think
Maybe she's just bitter.
Richard Bacon has come and expecting a bit of, sort of
Banter.
banter, bit of blue. Is he the one on Blue Peter? Got
Yeah.
done snorting coke.
Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
wild child.
Yeah.
Blue Peter. Yeah.
Bacon likes coke.
That was a whip. A whip.
A week.
That wasn't a whip.
That was a whip crack.
Do it again. That just sounds like a bad door.
Somebody turn on a stick.
Not whoopah.
Anyway, I don't think Richard Bacon's a cowboy, is he? I don't know why I've done that whip crack thing.
Absolutely, definitely not a
I've
cowboy.
got it.
He's a cocaine cowboy.
Tell me more.
Cocaine cowboy? You know what a cocaine cowboy is.
No, tell me more, not tell me again.
Tell me more, tell me more.
I actually met Richard Bacon. When he was presenting for the Big Breakfast.
Yes.
Every Oscars day, they used to do there was a news agent around the corner in Block 2, remember, called Oscars.
Called Oscars.
And he used to do his show and dressed in like a tuxedo and stuff from the video shop.
Richard Bacon.
Yeah, in Oscars. So I used to finish my shift.
This is 100% some
Bollocks,
kind
innit?
of fever dream.
No, I swear to God.
Had you got the measles when this happened?
I swear down. Right?
Swear on your nan's
I swear
ashes.
to my hand life. Right, I swear down to the bottom. He was there and I went to but this is how long ago, I was still smoking. So I'd finished my night shift, the bike.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm still smoking, so you bet what? 13?
So I went to the shop and there's stuff going on. There's a cameraman and stuff.
Yeah.
And Richard Baker was there and I said, what's going on? They come in last year as well. Said they do a little thing for Big Breakfast from Oscars, because it's the joke, the play on the word Oscars. And he used to stop people in the shop and say,
How many years did
what
they do
you
that
find
for?
it? Any couple years. But it's
For
not
weeks.
I think it's on YouTube if you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bacon as Oscars. There's a heading for you.
No, that's a very bad headline. That's a
Bacon as
Bacon as Oscars.
Yeah.
Just think of something else. Come back to it.
I've just said it.
That was awful.
It's not a joke.
I hope the rest of you better than that.
Bacon at Oscars is no joke.
There you go, see, made it up.
Alright, well, I've been spending a lot of time this week thinking about being bitten by radioactive animals.
Okay, any reason for this?
I don't want to go into it. No, I've got quite a nasty gnat bite. And I did think that surely it'd be good if during the period of that gnat bite, you could, gnats or fleas. I realise gnats and fleas are different things, but they can jump on whether it's 20 or 200 times their own body length.
That's right, yeah.
And it'd be good
Probably 200, I imagine, yeah.
while you've got your gnat bite. If you could do that,
Well, just jump off.
just
Like the Hulk.
get out your front door and jump to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
The power. So I was thinking, right, of animals. What animal would you like to radioactively bite you?
That'd be class, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So if you could absorb their powers, I've got a couple. So what do you think about that?
Go on.
I'll give you a few to choose from.
Have a think.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first one I've got, I think my favourite, is the lyrebird.
The lyrebird.
Oh, I've heard of that.
The lyrebird imitates any sound.
The lyrebird is a ground-dwelling bird native to Australia. They are most notable for the superb ability to mimic natural and artificial sounds from their environment. Listen to this.
He also, in his attempt to outsing his rivals, incorporates other sounds that he hears in the forest. That was a camera shutter. And now a camera with a motor drive. And now the sounds of foresters and their chainsaws working nearby.
That's some clever shit.
So what I could do is go behind somebody and give Dean some money.
In the voice of
that person.
You're like John Coleshaw.
No, but in that person's voice, or like, give Dean a kiss. Right, give them that.
Give Dean a kiss.
Yeah, and they'll think it's their own mind thinking that.
Yeah, but you
Well,
can't,
do
hear,
it.
you can't hear your own mind in your voice talking
But
to
you
you.
could if I was doing it. If I did that to you now.
Pour me a coffee, please.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly.
Okay.
Right. So just let's keep with that, right? We'll start with that.
Give Dean a kiss.
I thought you meant like you were going to do animal noises. You could do any animal noise. Just a geezer off.
What would be the point of that?
Academy.
Walking up behind someone would have making an animal noise.
What the fuck are you going to do? Give me your money.
Okay, so, the alpine ibex mountain goat can climb up walls. So, spider goat.
Walls.
Okay.
Climb straight up vertical walls.
Yeah. Has it got suckers?
Are these the ones that climb trees? And they end up at the top of a tree?
No.
There's goats.
No, they're the tree climbing
Oh,
goats.
they're completely...
Jesus
They're
Christ.
10 a penny.
You're making this up. You're all making this up. These ain't real.
Then I did quite fancy the horned lizard that can shoot blood from its eyes
Oh, I think I've seen that.
as a bit of a weapon. But then I thought you'd have all crusty blood round your eyes.
Yeah.
And,
Well, you can get the tissue.
The hairy frog can break its bones and force them through its skin.
Like
Tell you what,
Wolverine.
that would come in dead handy.
Wolverine frog.
If I'd have
Froggerine.
Froggerine.
Wolvertoad.
If I'd have penny for every time I needed to bust me bones out from my skin.
Oh, if I could just bust my bones. What?
The mantis shrimp can swing his arms at the same speed as a .22 caliber bullet. Why, you're
See, that one's a good one. That's good. You could use that. You can't use any of the others.
You could use any. I'd like a bit of a mixture of all of them. Yeah, I'd climbed
Give
up.
me your money. Whoopah.
I'd climbed up up like the side of a building. Yeah,
Like a goat.
I'd punch my way in through the window. Say to the pretty lady, "Give me all the money. Give Dee a kiss." I'd spray blood all over her with my eyes, and then punch her dead hard in the face. It's the perfect crime.
It is.
Because she wouldn't be able to explain exactly what happened.
Why are you looking at me? How are we supposed to beat that?
Right, I'll get extra.
So I'm going to say the lyrebird for me.
Right. I'm going to say octopus.
Octopus.
An octopus. Right. I think I'm saying it normally. Octopus. Right? Yeah, the octopus. Now, I don't know where I'd be in a chance encounter with an octopus to get bitten. I'm not sure. Could be at the Sea Life Centre, perhaps. You could jump out. Yeah, you can get sweet coin. An octopus, you know, it's got 3 hearts.
Yeah.
Right, so it'll be supersonic fit.
Oh, hang on.
I got,
Are we not supposed to like...
Second point before you...
This is wrong.
Look,
I've took this wrong. I think I've done it wrong.
Right, listen, he's done it. Well, let's wait for you, yeah? I can't wait.
It's all right, mate.
No, it's no.
Go on.
Right.
So an octopus has got 3 hearts.
No, I've done nothing.
It's got 3 hearts. It's got 9 brains.
Yeah.
It's got 1
So
central
it's got 3
brain.
brains per heart.
Yeah.
So it's got a main brain
It's got a main brain.
and then little brains in the tentacles.
Exactly, and a mini
Yeah.
brain. And it's
Insane in the main
so
brain.
they can act independently, and he ain't got to sort of, he's not sort of got to concentrate on controlling all his legs. It's got amazing camouflage. You know, like a chameleon, it can change colour like that, so you can just sort of stand up a wall,
Yeah.
you know, starfish style, octopus style,
I don't think it was that.
disappear like that. So I could be virtually invisible. You know what I mean?
Good one.
And then if that don't work and they're really after me, trying to squirt blood out the nose at me, and give me a kiss.
Give me a kiss.
Right? And I'm going, ink attack! Right? Square ink at you and disappear while you're just like too discombobulated. You don't know where I've gone.
Yeah.
Right? And all you can do is I'm walking on the road and my legs. Right? You can roll me with washing up liquid and throw me out a window.
Yeah.
You could roll it with washing up liquid and throw it in the window.
When we was kids, you got them octopuses and you'd wash them.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And
Throw
then,
them with glasses
and then roll down.
And roll down. I could do that down the building.
well, we could do that now.
Yeah. And any one of my limbs could also be my penis.
No.
You
Is that
won't know.
now? Or if you were an
We don't know.
octopus?
Have I been bitten?
Oh, I don't know.
I
I don't know what's going on.
Have I been bitten by an octopus? You'll never know. One of my limbs
You are quite bendy.
could be a penis.
You are quite bendy.
Oh, and another thing, they've got no bones. You've got no internal, external skeleton. So that's why they can get through tiny spaces or cracks in rocks. So, if again I was threatened, I could just go into like a jelly and just like slither off under there now.
A bit like Mr. Fantastic.
So I've got loads of powers. Camouflage, 3 hearts, I'm dead fit. Somebody shoots me 1, I've got another 2. Ink attack.
Laughing at you. Yeah.
Ink attack, yeah, you got the ink.
Yeah. Camouflage. 1 limb's a penis. I ain't decided which one yet. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it the one it is now.
Yeah.
I ain't
What?
decided.
So, hold on. So that means an octopus then? They've got 7 legs in a penis.
Yeah.
So
One of them they use to inseminate.
Wow.
Yeah, use one of the limbs. It doesn't change. And I think he decides, I'm going to use my left one this time. I think one of them is, look, that's where he's seen.
Obviously, they choose the
Emulation.
biggest.
You've really researched this, you have.
The biggest limb. Yeah. Well, that's what I did, anyway.
I'm going to choose my biggest limb for this.
Insemination. Right, come on then, monkey boy. What have
Well-
you done?
Nothing?
Go on,
Jellyfish, that's what I'd like to be.
Okay.
It's clear. Assassin-like. It'd have to be that one that lives in Bermuda. What's it called?
A Portuguese man of war.
Dave.
That's the one. Man of War. Is it Portugal it lives in?
Well, it's
Or is it just named by Portugal?
It was called the Portuguese man of war, but
Yeah. I'm
You get it, we'll have
he
it
gets
well.
about, doesn't he? You know.
But, no, a pterodactyl is what I'd put originally.
can I have a look at your book?
Okay, that's all right.
Nope.
Let's have a look at what.
Oh, I know. I've wrote cheetah.
Pterodactyl.
Yeah, look. Is it
Oh,
a
look.
pterodactyl or a cheetah? Just
Or a jellyfish.
Look, if you didn't understand the memo,
Cheetah.
and what?
But that's crap in it, really, because all I'm going to do is run dead quick. Other than that, fucked. You're walking up walls and coming back down and rolling down them.
That's all right. No,
He's getting people to do stuff for him by weird voices behind him. Very strange. I can run real fast. I can run away real fast.
Monkey, I would.
Do you know what I'd really like to do? I'd like to be able to run that fast. You could run across the sea.
Yeah.
And just go anywhere. Then you don't need to fly.
Like the Flash.
A bit like the Flash, yeah. Can he run the sea?
Yeah, I think you can run through time. Got it. You gotta have.
No, that's different now, isn't it? You got to have a machine. You can't just run into time.
I think the Flash can run across water, can't he?
Yeah, you can run up the side of buildings.
You can go up the side of buildings. But I wasn't sure about the sea. It's got to be a distance.
Yeah.
You can't.
Have you got? Where do you want to run to? Got somewhere in mind?
Oh yeah, New York. I'd run to New York. I'd save a few people in New York. Pop to the comic shop.
Why? What's happening in New York?
There's always something going on in New York.
I want to run to New York.
Yeah. What's wrong with that? New York's a lovely place. I could run.
Well, what do you mean?
Route 66.
You know, there's people there that are being attacked.
Well, there's people being attacked all over the world, so I'd like to save as many people as possible. I'd probably stay clear of Iran and Syria and places like that. It's not safe. But the other places, that'd be all right.
Stop fighting.
What's Yassad's?
Well, actually, we
Assad's
could be a
voice
team.
like-
Can we all just get along?
Hang on, we could be a team. Yeah, I'll carry you, I think.
Oh, bird, you know.
And I'll run. No, but you don't need to do that.
Do you know
I'll check you.
cheetahs can only run for very short.
Hang on, it's a radioactive cheetah. It's just
Distances.
made me. Nah, this one is
So you
radioactive.
can run dead fast for like 5 minutes, then you're fucked and you have to sleep for 2
Nah,
hours.
not this one. No, this cheetah didn't do that. This cheetah was radioactive, so it means it's more powerful. That was what you said. More powerful.
Yeah.
So I run dead quick. Don't argue
Oh.
with me.
This is all made up. So you can just add. You can
do whatever
You
you
can
want.
make it more fantastically. You can have
It's not
wings.
really
you
going to
wanna-
happen.
I can't have wings. Cheetahs don't have wings.
Yeah, but a
But I'm
radioactive
cheating
cheetah
it.
does.
A cheating cheetah. Yeah, I could take you. We'll go somewhere nice. You can like say words to people. You can.
What the fuck am I going to do then?
Well, you can walk up the wall and take a gander.
Oh, I'll sit in the corner
With
waiting
your
for you to
massive
get back.
penis.
You can just sit there.
swinging in massive dong from the ceiling. Wait till you to get back from New York.
Just has anyone seen that picture of Simon Pegg today? He's lost £19. He looks ill.
He does look really, really good.
They took a picture of him with his
The
top
part.
off. He's got like an 8. He's got a 6-pack, maybe an 8.
Yeah, he's got a personal trainer and everything. He's looked really, really skinny.
Yeah, but he's got too skinny. Yeah.
So is he like? He's like proper famous now, isn't he, Simon Pegg?
Yeah.
He's like Hollywood.
Yeah, he is.
Got mates.
You know what I mean? He's not quite A-list, but as far as English actors go,
He's done pretty well.
he's up there, isn't he? Considering we saw him as a support comedian to Steve Coogan
I was meant to say
Oh, yeah.
donkeys years ago when he was doing Alan Partridge live. He's.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon their relationship's like? Coogan and Pegg?
I don't know.
But Coogan's done all right. though.
Yeah,
not
I
as
always
good.
get the feeling Steve Coogan's a bit disappointed that he is brilliant, isn't he? But he's still trotting out Alan Partridge.
He keeps coming back to Partridge, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And it is good.
But it's the same old shtick in it for like 25 years now.
Do you know, I really liked him. I don't like is it Fandango?
No, I didn't like him. Tony Farina. No.
Tony Farina,
Farina.
something like that.
Don't
wasn't
like
it?
that. I never really liked the Pauline Calf.
Calves. Oh, I did. I like the calves.
But I thought it was really good. That Saxondale.
Yeah.
I thought that was
that
just.
There was
Detective.
2 or 3 series of that, though, wasn't there? No, he was an old roadie.
He's
wasn't
a
he?
couple. He's like an old rocker type.
I don't think I ever watched it. I remember it being on, but I don't
it's
think I've
dead
ever
good.
seen it.
He had
quite
a
subtle.
what do you call it? Like a disinfestation company, didn't he?
Oh,
Like
a pest control.
Pest control thing. And there was he was good. He was weren't hilarious, but it was good.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
I think he was quite understated. You know what I mean? He was. I thought it was funny. Good character was good. I don't like Hogan.
Yeah, I do. I think
Yeah,
he's
I
great.
do. I think one of the best things he's done is the trip.
With Rob Brydon.
That.
Rob Brydon.
And that sort of fake, I assume it's fake, it might not be, sort of rivalry between the two of them with their impressions and with the success of their careers and so on, and you know the things that they've done. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, it's
really good.
It's really good. I read his audio book. Steve Coogan's got an autobiography. I can't remember what it's called, but he's done 2 Partridge about his life. His life, things he's done.
Is that
No, that's his real. He's done a real book about Steve Coogan.
Oh, right.
Right, but he's done 2 spoof ones for Alan Partridge. So Alan Partridge is reading his own.
Yeah, that's that
autobiography.
places I
There's
grew
one
up.
called Nomad.
Yes, that's where he's doing a walk, isn't it?
Yeah,
and his dad's on. That is really
I
good.
read that one. It's a first one. Is it
Now I bought the book.
my
for that.
name
It's
is
really
Alan?
good.
I can't remember. But it's because it's him reading as Alan Partridge. It's dead funny. It's really funny.
No, okay, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
I seen that Mid-Morning Matters. That wasn't too bad. And what was the other one he did? He did 2 or 3 specials, didn't he? Places of My Life or something like that.
I remember as well a headline that Steve Coogan was having a baby with Courtney Love.
Yeah, something with that. He had a little bit of a fling. I think that was during his like proper drug days, wasn't it?
But yeah, but what I was never quite sure if it was true or
That can't be true.
Alan Partridge knocked up Courtney Love.
Yeah.
It can't be true that he was with her, surely. He wouldn't have knocked her off.
Yeah, no, I
Really?
remember, yeah.
Good thing.
I would never have put them two together.
News.
19-year-old scales the shard. Has anyone heard about this?
No, quite cryptic, that headline, isn't it?
Scales the shard. Some 19-year-old lad called George King has decided the best thing for him to do at sunrise this morning was to climb the shard in London, freehand.
No way.
No ropes, no nothing. Took him 45 minutes and he's done it.
No suckers.
No, nothing. No suckers. No, he's got no suckers.
I don't know if people go on with that suckers, you know. I'll be up there looking.
Pop, pop, pop.
I'm taking this octopus.
He really is, isn't he?
Far, yeah.
All you can have them rubber ones, go yeah. How's it climbed up that? Then
He's
just glass. I think it's a little one.
It's free climbing, isn't it?
Tallest building in Europe, isn't
It's just
it?
glass.
It's 95 stories. It's 300 metres high. And he done it free. It's free climbing, isn't it? It's called.
Yeah.
I'm
Free
thinking of the Gherkin.
You're thinking of the Gherkin. Yeah, it's not the Gherkin.
It's bigger than the Gherkin.
It's by Wembley, isn't it? It's not far from Wembley Stadium. I think it's in. So he's climbed the top. He's actually peaked it now. Took a picture from up the top with him, and then the police took him.
Arrested.
Yep.
Yeah, and shot.
Well, I don't know.
He was like shot at by boy planes like King John. He was spotting him alive.
Flies.
It was beauty that killed him.
Yeah, so I mean that's got to be a shout out for that, surely. I mean, free climb, and he's only 19, this kid. So
It took me longer to get to work this morning. There was to climb the fucking yard.
yeah.
Surely it took longer than 45 minutes. You could walk up the stairs in 45 minutes.
No,
On
he's
top
done
of
it.
that.
He said on the news, which I'm reading to you lot,
Yeah.
that it took him 45 minutes to reach
It's
the
not the
summit.
news that I wrote. It took him 45 minutes. We'll get that fact checked.
Right, so I've got another one, but I'm going to put it in with the sport because it is sport related. It's a good one.
Alan Sport.
Not yet. Jingle backwards edit.
That was the weird Christmas carol, wasn't it?
Jingle backwards edit.
So the world is going to end in 2029.
Okay.
Lads, this is actually true. Maybe 2036.
Again, facts.
Yeah, this is according to Paul Begley.
Maybe 2036.
That's what it says. That's what it said. According to a preacher in West Lafayette in Indiana, he believes that the world is going to end on 2029, possibly 2036, due to a what they call them, meteor comet thing coming to Earth, which is actually true. There is one headed directly for us called Apophis. I did write this down. Apophis, yeah. And that is on a course to hit us. Obviously, it's not going to. It'll change course. Something's going to happen. Right, but this preacher is saying that in the Bible, as part of the apocalypse chapter, I suppose. I've never read the Bible, so I don't know. But it's saying that it's coming. The reason for 2029, maybe 2036, is because they reckon if it's coming at us, something could happen. It could go round, basically orbit, and then it would take another 7 years to come back round and then possibly hit us again.
Boomerang.
But he's completely, he is called a militant Christian. What does that mean?
It means he's
a very, very fervent.
Very devout, very, yes. That's what I thought.
argumentative.
Stupid.
Bit of an arsehole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wrong,
pretty much.
I would say.
I think in his next breath he said, can people get their wallets out for... Yeah.
These comet hats he's just invented.
Yeah, him and David Icke. We're going to
Sport.
right. So
Jingle it forward.
jingling it forwards. So sport. We have the USA have won the World Cup, which I'm sure we're all really happy about.
Women's World Cup.
Women's World Cup. Yep. Sorry, I should have said that. Yep. Now there was an article today on the pay gap with the pay gap for gender.
Yeah.
Right,
We're going on this hashtag Me Too thing, I suppose. Is that the right one?
No.
So that's the other fiddling one. Isn't
Completely
it?
different.
So basically, it's reported that the winners of the Women's World Cup pick up $4 million, which is about £3.2 million, right? Which is double the last one. So it's gone up anyway. But for the men, the total prize fund overall for the whole... If you imagine the prize fund overall for every team, because they all get paid to get to the groups, I believe it's $750,000 to reach the groups. So the women's awarded $30 million all over for all the teams, whereas the men it's $400 million split between all the teams.
I don't think I knew that there was prize money,
Yeah, of course there is. Yeah.
to be honest.
Well, it used to be you played for free, didn't you? But now you get paid. Yeah, you used to play for England. You didn't get paid for it. It was an honour, wasn't it? But then it changed. I started paying them. Yeah, but I suppose the point is, like, for women, then you get like 4 million. If it's 400 million, which is 10 times as much for a whole total prize fund.
No. $400 million
Yeah.
awarded to the football team.
No, this is what I'm saying is that overall. So if the team gets to the groups with the women,
Yeah.
the group stages. So basically, all I've got to do is reach the World Cups.
Well, hang on.
Yeah, they get 750,000 just for reaching the groups if they don't get out. If they go further, they get a bit more.
Yeah.
So it goes up and up and up until you get to the final. The winner, at $4 million. But the men, overall, they share out $400 million
That seems a lot of money, man.
between the whole. But the thing is, they're saying it's like a gender equality gap. I don't believe that at all.
Well, that's 100 times more.
To me, it's like, well, how many people go and watch the Women's World Cup? They're not going to give money that's nowhere to be found. They've got to obviously earn money out of the sponsors,
I understand
tickets
that,
and
but
that.
It's a relatively
They're just-
growing...
yeah, exactly. There isn't
area
as
of
much
sport,
money to go around, is there, really? As a men's football game, especially a World Cup, it's packed stadium, game after game. These ain't even half packed, some of them. I think the final did well. So that's where the money is, but I think they're having a bit of a mare again, these ladies. Because, they've just got to...
Oh, bless them.
It's not
Bonnie lasses.
it's not aimed at gender, it's just aimed at, well, you want to earn more money, get more people loving it. If they don't want to get to the game, they're not going to buy a ticket. That's less money for you. Surely.
But hold on, it's not based on ticket sales, is it?
No, but it goes on everything, doesn't it? Because sponsors, they don't have as good as sponsors as we do. The men,
It's the same. There's the same argument in Wimbledon, isn't there? That the prize fund for the men's final is a lot more than for the women's final, and they're saying that equality, it should be equal.
It should be equal. No,
So what's the difference with
but
that?
I
then?
understand that because you've got a tournament going on where women and men are playing at the same tournament together at the same time. You have mixed doubles, so they're always playing at the same. It's the same
They
tournament.
don't play each other, do they?
But the men's World Cup is 2 years before the women's World Cup, and so on. If it was at the same World Cup, then obviously they're going to earn more
So
because there's more ticket sales.
Are you
stadiums
suggesting
are
then
full.
that people watching the women's tennis have just hung about after the men's game finished?
No, not at all. No, what I'm saying is, you do buy tickets
Having a
for.
twofer.
You do buy tickets.
They've just hid down for a bit.
Well, you buy tickets for a court. That's what you do.
You go and watch particular games, don't you? You go and
You,
watch
basically you buy a ticket. Say if you wanted to go
Serena.
centre court, you buy a ticket for centre court, which I think was 72 quid. But you can choose. There's 3 games on, or three matches on, or 4 matches on. You can choose 2 for 70 quid. Obviously, you can pay more, and you can probably go through each one. All the other ones, the smaller courts, are free. If there's a seat, you can go in. Yeah, so it's only the big courts that they don't do it. But it's
I
different
think what they're
because
saying is if you're the best, like Wimbledon is the blue ribbon tennis event, isn't it?
Yeah.
Above the Grand Slam.
of all of them,
The
yeah.
British Open at Wimbledon. If you're the best man at it, and if you're the best woman at it, you should be on similar par in money.
I totally agree. If the money's there, though, I mean, they can't give money. They can't get money from nowhere, can they? They've obviously. It's a different game. The women's game just isn't as popular at the moment. It's getting better and better because it's got more coverage
So it's
now.
on popularity.
Possibly, I think so. Yeah, it's just the fact that there's more ticket sales. There's more this. There's more that.
I mean, that's not really the
that
case.
goes into it.
I don't think that's the case with tennis.
No, it's not the case with tennis. With football, yeah. It's an upcoming sport, isn't it? Women weren't really playing football
Well, there's a suggestion
in this
now
capacity before.
that, like Premier League games, your Premier League ticket could buy you a double header. So if you go and buy ticket to watch Chelsea play on Saturday, you also you can use that ticket to watch the women's game.
That's a good idea.
Or before. So
That's a good idea.
The women's team, because it has grown considerably. The interest in the Women's World Cup has been a lot bigger this time.
Yes, it has, yeah.
So as a suggestion, we could do that.
Well, I think it's going to keep growing, isn't it, the women's game? It's going to keep growing. And it was really good, I must say. I've enjoyed the whole lot. It's the first time I've watched women's football this World Cup. And I've enjoyed it. But I'll get all right with the USA. I mean, they're a great team, I have to say. But they just do your head in, don't they?
Well,
Anyhow,
they are very, very good.
They are good, but, you know, it's USA, isn't it? Anyway, last piece of sport news. Let's just give a shout out to Joanna Konta for the aforementioned Wimbledon. Is now into the quarterfinals, beating Petra Kvitova, who is a two-time champion, no less.
Wow.
So she's now gone in to play Barbara Strikova. Or Strikova. Yeah.
Are you not?
And she's English, so.
Are you not going to mention Coco Goff?
She's out. She has had a... She's out. She went out today. She's had a really good...
So I've recorded that. I ain't seen that.
You haven't recorded
that.
You watch that?
Thanks.
What's that?
Well, that's why I didn't say anything, because you... Yes, Coco is out today, yeah. But what a run, 15-year-old. But she didn't come up... It was Simona Halep. Is it Halep or Halep?
No idea. No, really even pretend to... I might pretend to know who footballers are during the World Cup. But I don't even pretend to know who tennis players are.
Love it.
Does Tim Henman still play?
No, he's
Henman Hill.
It's still called Henman Hill. Who was it before Henman?
No, he was started with him.
It was him, and then it was Murray Mound.
Nah, before Henman, who was the English star who never got anywhere.
Fred Perry.
Yeah, Greg Grozetsky.
Jeremy Lloyd.
No, that was before. Davy Croft.
No, he wrote Dad's Army.
Jimmy Perry.
Jeremy Lloyd didn't do
Did I
it.
look it up? Tell you that for a fact.
It was, what was his name? No, it weren't Dave Lloyd. Was it? It was, I know who you mean.
Finally, on the news today, a little short story about a man who got shot. It's a pool boy. And he got shot because the bloke who shot him thought he was an iguana. How does that happen? True story. True story. In Florida, some little town in Florida, they've had an outbreak of iguanas, lots of iguanas. So somebody has drafted someone in, trappers they call them, to go and shoot these iguanas. Not told any of the residents, and someone was having a pool cleaned out, went out to find out what was going on. This guy had been shot through the leg. They must have mistaken him for an iguana. How do you mistake somebody's leg for an iguana?
Was he like 3 foot and green?
Well, he must have had a tattoo on or something, mustn't he?
So he shot the tattoo.
Oh no, but me iguana tattoo shot off.
Yeah, his eye.
Well, why would you go out and shoot the iguana anyway?
I don't know. Well, this is my point.
They're shooting. Just
That's what they're doing. I swear
They eat
down.
apples, don't they?
Their argument was the company that this bloke worked for turned around and said, all our guys, we trust all our guys, and they all come from pretty much a military or a retired copper kind of thing, so they're all good marksmen. So
They're all really good marksmen. What?
marksmen? Why are you shooting iguanas?
I don't know. They're quite nippy, and they would be quite hard to shoot one.
Trap them up and put them somewhere else where they can live nice. You haven't got to shoot them. You don't need to cull.
they can live it up nice.
It's not like they're coming round your house and eating all your food or going through your bin.
But it is well. I want to go back to the start of that little news item. How do you get an outbreak of iguanas?
I don't know.
Is it like this zombie outbreak?
I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I did have. This is just for our benefit. We've done that. There was a wicked story.
This is not for you, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't because it's got a picture, and I can't. You won't get it without a picture.
But I can't finish that item because you can't just stop talking.
What we done?
We need a punchline or something to fucking
But that's it.
like a record scratch.
Man gets shot by iguana. End.
Man gets shot by iguana.
No. Man gets shot.
That's a completely different. That would have been a great story.
There we go. There's the punchline.
Okay. All right. Next time. Sorry.
I've read this
Sorry,
week
that's good enough.
about a man who has died eating a gecko for a dare, and he caught salmonella.
Do they eat
Well,
chickens?
do you know what? Is he dead?
Yeah, he died.
Good.
Absolutely.
Fucking absolutely good. Eating geckos. Idiot.
Yeah, oh, that's
I can't.
at the
Great podcasting, lads.
Whoa, the news is done. That was the news today.
Ending here. Right, well, that's the news done. Thanks for watching.
That's all you're getting.
The news is done. See you next week.
Let me.
I watched a film the other night on Netflix. I've seen it before. I'll watch it again. Called The Ritual.
Heard of it?
I
Not
promise you, I will watch it again.
I've watched it before. I'll watch it again.
Is it good?
It's called The Ritual.
Rob would have loved this place. He's a good man. The best of us. You know, they have walking trails in England. Pubs. Come on, man, where's your soul? Look, we go southwest through here. We cut the journey in half.
What, through the forest?
Yeah, why not? It's been gutted. Could be hunters out here.
A bait?
Possibly. Or it's the bit they don't show you in the nature documentary. It's a warning. We shouldn't be here.
Have you seen it?
Nope.
I've heard of it.
It's Ralph Spall.
Who?
Timothy Spall's son.
Okay, I didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Shaun of the Dead. He's been in loads of stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, Black Mirror and loads of stuff. Really good actor. Basically, the premise is there's him and some mates decide they're planning a trip. They're going to go away somewhere. And a matey left the pub, and he says, "Oh, I'm going to get some whiskey. If I can go back to ours and carry on." And he said, "Oh, we'll wait for you." And so him and his mate went in the offer. When he got in there, unbeknownst to them, he was in the middle of a robbery. So the girl was behind the counter, like, all beaten up. And here's these blokes come back into the shop with somebody.
Oh, it's still going on? Oh,
Yeah, it's still going on. Anyway, in the split second, he hides behind the end of the
Cogs disc.
No, the oil, the end of the oil.
Okay.
And he hides, but he can see his mate, and his mate can see him, and he's like, basically he freezes. And his mate gets killed. And then flash forward, that the rest of them, they've gone on this trip in like Norway, Sweden, somewhere Nordic on a hiking holiday, and it's about this guilt that he bears and stuff.
Right.
But then they find a cabin in the woods, stay the night in his cabin. It's all this fucking shit crazy. Somebody built like a little wicker man statue in the bedroom upstairs.
Okay, yeah, it's getting interesting.
Basically, right, fuck this. We'll get our heads downstairs. Anyway, they wake up this morning, and one's in bed screaming, having nightmares. This Ralph Ball's got cuts on him. They don't know where they're from. His other mate's freaking out, and the other one's missing. And so they go out and shout for him, call for him, and he starts screaming upstairs. And he goes upstairs, and he's like naked, but he's like kneeling, worshipping this statue. And he's like, he wakes up, he goes, "What the fuck is going on? What am I doing?" So in his sleep, he's been like praying, kneeling in this altar, praying to this fucking thing. Freaks him out again. So they're in the woods, and then anyway, I'm going to tell you what happened because it's a fantastic film.
We might as well now.
No, that's just.
You've told us 90% of it.
I ain't. That's just the beginning.
Does it get all Blair Witch now?
I'll read the credits out. No, it was really good, really good.
Yeah.
So it's worth watching.
I have seen it.
It's Summit in the Woods, basically.
Yeah. Okay, sound.
It's really worth watching.
So it's a
Good name
horror.
for a film.
It's what?
A good name for a film.
There's something in the woods.
Now Summit.
Summit. The Summit in the Woods.
Either. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's a horror film, yeah. Oh, good. I like a good horror.
Oh man.
See, now I've never been that. I have watched them, but I'd never. I don't get excited about the thought of when they come
always
out.
Had an unhealthy obsession with all the horror films when I was a kid.
Yeah,
An unhealthy obsession.
Yeah,
It was quite cool actually because you like proper 1930s.
Yeah.
King Kong films and
I was
so
reading
on.
like
It was
Boris Karloff and that.
500-page books on like directors, James Whale, one of like the makeup artists, Universal Studios, Hammer. I know everything. And Mr.
Right.
All right, so
Moist.
right.
Pete read a book in his outside.
What was you reading when you were 7? Right? Exactly.
Razzle.
Peter's wives.
The best bit.
Now, my 7th birthday, my mum made me a birthday cake, and it was a coffin with Dracula
Bit weird.
in it. It was,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
a bit weird.
Yeah.
And that was
For what age?
7. It was like 7 or 8.
Jesus.
I was obsessed. Hammer films, anything. I watched anything. Anyway, so it got me thinking about all these films I watched since I was a kid and growing up. And then he went through all the video nasties and stuff, and Evil Dead and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's fucking, brilliant. So I was thinking, what was the scariest film, or the scariest? It could be a TV program that you've actually seen when you were a kid or growing up, and you thought, that's got to me. It's you still think
I've
about
got a
it
few
now.
of them. I've got a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to be when you was a kid. It could be from.
What? Go on then. Tell us.
The obvious one for me sounds like he's up there. That scared the life out of me the first time I saw it, but I must have only been about 8. It was a TV series first, wasn't it? Or a 2-part TV show.
Yeah.
A mini series.
A mini series, and it was just dead scary, dead scary. Dog Soldiers was one that freaked me out. I don't know why, just really freaked me out.
I
The
do love
werewolves,
that.
isn't it? Yeah, it's a good
I thought
film.
that was a comedy film.
It is kind of a comedy. Well, it's a comedy horror, isn't it? But
I don't think it's a comedy. Pretty nasty. But it's
The soldiers in the house turning into werewolves.
him carrying his stomach round all for the whole film, pretty much. That was
Oh,
funny.
Sean Pertwee is absolutely fantastic in
Wicked,
that.
mate. But yeah, that freaked me out.
No,
a
but
little
I thought
bit.
it was a horror film in the same vein as American Werewolf.
I think it is. Yeah, it has got comedy elements, definitely. Definitely.
But that's my other one, American Werewolf. Again, I watched it when I was.
Scary, though, isn't
When you're young, it is though. I was about 6 when I
it?
first saw that.
When you're young and
That,
simple.
the subway bit.
Oh,
he gets off the
yeah.
train on his own, and he's that businessman, and he's like, "Hello, is anybody there?"
Hello? Is there someone there? I can assure you that this is not in the least bit amusing. I shall report this.
Oh, I love that scene, man.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
No, the scary bits when they're in the shower. And the dream sequences
Yeah,
he
yeah.
has. Because they're jumpy bits.
Yeah.
There's only that I can remember, certainly since I've been an adult, one film I've watched and wish I wasn't watching it.
Yeah.
Which I didn't. I was too embarrassed to turn it off. Was Wolf Creek.
What the bloody hell are you mob doing out here? Scared the shit out of me.
So, where do you live?
Oh, I get around here. Never know where I might pop up.
What do you actually do?
I can tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
Oh yeah, that's a good film.
Yeah,
That's a good film.
that bothered me that day. I didn't like. I think it's the whole almost escaping
Yeah, yeah.
and getting recaught.
Well,
and
Recently, I've watched Wolf Creek 2, and it is actually just as good as the first.
yeah, so
Yeah,
I
really good.
Didn't they try and make a TV series?
It's still on, I think.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of seasons.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But yeah, whenever people talk about scary films, I mean, there's films that have with jumpy bits in,
Yeah.
Sixth Sense, and one of the slasher films right at the end. I can't tell you which one. Couldn't. I mean, it's not that I'm not allowed to tell you. I mean,
You can't tell you.
Just can't tell you.
I'm not at liberty to tell you. Might be a Friday the 13th or a Halloween where there's a girl who survived the night of being attacked and she's in a boat
Yeah.
at the end, and like the police are on the shore, or her dad.
Oh, isn't this Jason?
Yeah, it's Friday the 13th.
And she stands
Isn't
up
it?
and waves, and then the baddie jumps up. And
Oh, at the water.
yeah,
Yeah,
jumps up and
yeah.
falls her back under. And I remember actually screaming like that.
Yeah. There was another. I think I've only ever seen. I've only ever really seen one TV show that's been scary. It's hard to find things that now, when we've got older, that's scary. But one I had was Chimera. Remember that? When we was kids, I think I must have been 13, 14 when that was on. And that was a TV series about
How about the chimp?
the chimp. And there was some biological test gone wrong with this chimp.
It's like, remember rabies?
Yeah,
The fox.
a bit like Cujo, but with a monkey.
It's like a chimp.
Cujo with the monkey.
Yeah, Cujo the monkey.
Remember BJ and the bear? Remember him? Was he BJ or DJ?
Come on,
BJ.
He was BJ, wasn't he?
that was a scary programme with the fact that it was just going around ripping people to shreds.
Yeah.
And then hiding out in that barn. I remember the scene with the bloke trying to catch him, just going in and trying to keep him chilled, and he's just all fucked up in the face, this chimp, and he just wants to kill him. And he's just like a rabid chimp. It's mad. That really freaked me out when I was a kid.
No, things like I can't take them seriously. I remember something that bothered me as well. A horrible film that was all puppets. Meet the Feebles.
Oh, Meet the Feebles, yeah.
I think you made me watch that.
Peter Jackson.
Actually. I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't know what that is.
And it's not particularly a horror film. It's just like gross.
No, bad taste, like.
Grotesque,
I remember that being like, and you making me watch that. You ass. I'm sure it was. No, that might be where I got my aversion to puppets from, and Beaker from the Muppets.
I thought he was going to say Puppet Master. Do you remember that one? Jeez.
Yeah. I think when I was a kid, a TV show that affected me was Day of the Triffids.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
70s one. Just the fact that they blinded you, and it was like, they got that lot of thing in the middle, flicks out and hits you in the eyes. Because he woke up blind, didn't he?
It was 80s, wasn't it? Wasn't it the 80s?
I think so.
I remember that being on.
70s.
And they used to come out from the centre and whip you, didn't they, in the face?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Day of the Triffids, that's good.
So have you got like? I'll give you my 3.
Go on then.
Number 3 is me and you went to the pictures to see this, the Blair Witch Project.
And I just want to apologise to Mike's mom and Josh's mom and my mom. I am so sorry, because it is my fault, because it was my project. I am so scared.
Yeah.
The ending of that.
Yeah, the ending was pretty
genuinely like.
I can't even remember the ending.
When they went in
stare
that
at the wall,
and then she gets down. And someone hits him, and then his mate standing in the wall,
looking at the corner. Yeah.
And when you
how weird is it though?
I thought the Blair Witch was really good. I thought it was.
I thought I quite liked it.
Yeah. All the praise it got. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a beating now, hasn't it?
Well, yeah, it got a beating then, if I remember rightly. Not many people liked it.
For a bit, when it was popular because it was like cheaply made, really good film. Yeah. Then everybody started to run out and see it, and then everybody kind of turned on it.
Yeah.
I think. Do you know what I think it was? I think the fact, if you remember, it was deemed real. They actually built it up before the film came out as being real, didn't they?
Found footage film.
Yeah,
wasn't it, really?
And then as soon as it came out that it was not real, and it was all made up. Yeah. And I think people just went, "Oh, for fuck's sake." Yeah. Because I saw that on Halloween, I remember, with my friends, and I didn't like the walk going through the leaves and that. It was horrible.
Really good.
But they still compare films to The Exorcist. That's still the
benchmark.
Yeah. It's still, every so often you'll get the Exorcist of this generation.
Yeah, it never is though, is it? You never get that shot.
It's like Hereditary was like the new Exorcist, and it was very, very good.
What?
Hereditary was a couple of years ago.
I've heard of that. I've probably seen that.
Tony Collette.
Oh yeah, from Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
I've probably seen that. I can't remember though.
Was it last year? It was really good.
Yeah. Do you know what? There hasn't been a really good horror come out for years, in my opinion. Absolutely years.
That's good.
Is it?
Yeah, Hereditary's good.
I'll have to try that. They all seem to be the same. It's all like The Nun. You know, there's like a weird nuns floating around your house trying to nick you.
To be fair, that would be scary.
It would, but once you've seen one film about it, you don't want to see another one that's the same. Yeah. And then another one that's the same. They all say, you know, when The Ring came out and...
The
Grudge and all that, it all started, and then you got all these... It went mad. You got Blair Witch, and then it all took off with the handhelds, and you know, you got all the flipping Paranormal Activity films and so on.
The first one of them was good.
Exactly.
Well. Yeah.
The first one of all of these is really good. Final Destination, that was a good one as well, but it wasn't scary. It was just clever.
That's funny. That's brilliant.
Really well done, weren't they?
So
and Saw.
Guess how they're going to die.
The first Saw was absolutely brilliant. I'll tell you one that we got, mate. It's not a horror. It's Seven. When I first saw that, I thought that was pretty creepy, man.
Yeah, it was.
Sorry, what was yours? Sorry, mate.
Don't open the box, Brad.
Don't open the box, Brad.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Give me a kiss.
Well, number 2 on my list is one I've only just watched it. Just this minute.
What?
A few weeks ago, we sat down and watched it. I'd heard about it called Cherry Tree Lane.
Right. Cherry Tree.
And basically, it's like it's a home invasion film. A middle-aged couple at a town, chatting over dinner, not thinking, you know, arguing over dinner, sort of stuff. He has a knock at the door. His wife goes answers he. You hear, fucking bang, 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 fucking getting in one. Basically, these kids break in with his missus with a knife to the neck. Tie him up, tie her head up, and the one his son says, what time's his son coming out? He says, I don't know, he's done. And he's like, basically, he's snitched on this gang. Somebody's got done for him. So they come down to sort him out, but he ain't in. So I said, we're going to wait here. And it's just this invasion where they just take out the house.
I think I've heard of it.
These films are like, really get to me because they're real. And you think,
this could happen.
What would I, you know, if you was somebody come to your door now with a knife, what could you do? You think you've got all these scenarios.
I probably wouldn't answer it.
No. You'd see walking past the window, wouldn't you?
Have you got a knife?
I was like, hey, what are you doing in the middle of these woods?
Give me a kiss.
With a letterbox.
It pretend to be who somebody did hard.
Vinnie Jones. No.
Bane.
Hello. You couldn't do that, could you? That's a knife you've got. I can't do it. My voice has gone.
It was cute little bit Frankie.
It's like Kermit / Batman. That's Bane.
Kermit's last Batman.
Can we get back to my scary film, please?
Sorry, go on.
What's scarier than Kermit's last Batman?
That should be there's an headline.
My mouth goes quicker than my brain.
Fucking glasses get quicker than your
Hang on, wanker. Hang on, wanker. It's not right.
Yes, so
Cherry Tree
Lane.
Yeah.
It's a brutal little film, but it's really good.
It sounds a bit like the Purge kind of thing.
It's like that, or like the Strangers.
Like the Purge, but
I thought
good.
that was really. Is that the one with Liv Tyler?
Yeah,
that was really.
It's
good.
like that sort of thing, but he just really brings out like how vulnerable he would be.
Yeah.
Even in your own house.
Yeah.
And you have these old days where if someone tried to break in here, I'd grab this and I'd do that and kick him off the doings.
Yeah, but it
So
doesn't work like that, does it?
Sling it up, rap man.
Go play up your own end.
What, fuck
Oh,
up with
now where
Al-Qaeda?
you live.
Oh, no, Al-Qaeda.
Yeah, so that's good. Anyway, number one, the scariest film that has fucked me up
Here we go.
for life.
Yeah.
Jaws.
There is a creature alive today who has survived millions of years of evolution without change, without passion, and without logic. It lives to kill. A mindless eating machine. It will attack and devour anything. It is as if God created the devil and gave him jaws.
Absolutely terrifying, man.
One scene.
No, the whole thing. The fact there's a shark.
You've still been diving since.
I know, but it's
all right.
every time I go in the deep end of the swimming baths, I still think about it. I still think them grills down the bottom.
In that glass, there's a
I'm
shark.
going straight down there.
They're going to lift them grills.
I've got no bones. I'm an octopus. I'm going straight down there into the sea. Grab
Absolutely, because we all know every leisure centre keeps sharks, just in case.
Just in case, yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, every bit of that, the music.
Yeah,
the
it
fact
is
that
well done.
When you don't really see it for the first 20 minutes, it's just like camera movements.
Yeah.
The music, dude.
A little bit of trivia about Jaws for you.
Okay, is this fact?
Yeah.
But it's be actual fact.
Actual fact.
Or
The opening scene, you know, when the girl's being flung around by the, you know, they get skinny dippy, don't they? Her's being flung around. The screams are real because she actually cracked her ribs. One was supposed to pull one way and the other one, so they go like, you know, together, and they didn't, and they broke her rib or cracked her ribs, and she was absolutely screaming because she was actually hurt. Yeah, truth. In fact, if you listen really carefully, you can hear it break.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
A little factoid.
A little factoid.
I think it is really, really good, Jaws. It is the best sort of tension, you know, build up with it. But it's when the shark jumps on the boat
Yeah.
Yeah, and Robert Shaw stabbing it in the head. And
Well, you say that, but you know, sharks do jump.
Not on boats, they don't.
But if they jump, yeah, but I mean, it could, I guess, if it really wanted to. I think they could, because they can jump out the water quite high.
No, but no shark has ever gone for somebody.
Oh no, but
sense,
that's the Jaws thing.
Vendetta. You know, it's good up to that point. And I think what's really unreal about it is at the very end, after all this, and they're fucking swimming back.
Yeah.
There is no way I'd be riding Richard Dreyfuss like Sebastian out of The Little Mermaid.
Hello. If you would like to be part of the Monica's Pod team for one day, you can get in touch with us at gmail.com.
Wrong.
Or, if you would like to be involved in any of our show chats, you can get in touch with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr at Monica's Pod. Also, if you would like to see us on iTunes or Spotify or Stitcher, or your usual pod listening apps, don't go outside. Or simply go to YouTube, type in Don't Go Outside and check out the boys. Thanks.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's about it from the Monicas this week. We're going to save our last bit of power to keep the light on for a little bit longer so we can wait for Al to fall asleep. So until next time, we'll say good night from Al.
Mm-hmm.
From Pete.
Hello, Cleveland.
And from me, we'll say good night, and whatever you do,
don't go outside.